wasn't prepared for the specificity with which Google answered this question. How long does a cat hold a grudge? 16 hours. I wonder if that's even remotely accurate, because it feels accurate for some reason. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents and everyone in between? Welcome back to EmKay. I'm your host, Robin, and today I'm going to be taking another look at r/Brandnewsentence. I have a soft spot for this one. I say that about every subreddit, and it's just as true for this one. Does that make me a liar? I don't know. Let's get right in there, huh? Are racist people like, ugh, my open-minded uncle is going to be at Thanksgiving this year? Well, that wouldn't surprise me in any facet whatsoever. No, not surprising. Addison Rae hired me to run her Spotify account. She makes me click on esoteric non-binary vibes artists and play it at 2% volume. And if I play something normcore, she beats me and doesn't let me eat for 3 days. I don't know, sounds like a good job to me. Betty White really saw Nazis and Among Us in the same lifetime. Yeah, and she was ready to exterminate both. Remember to have a smoke alarm in every room and check the batteries monthly. A 10-watt laser diode that will fit in your hand can ignite some books, papers, or flammable furnishings through a window from a block away with no forensic evidence of arson. Hey, that's a little specific. I really think Rasputin lucked out, in that being remembered by history as some species of giant unkillable sex wizard is something most of us can only fruitlessly aspire to. Yeah. Don't we have his dick in a museum somewhere? I mean, good God. Fighting Jake Paul is how athletes declare bankruptcy without saying it. Isn't one of them gonna fight Mike Tyson? Maybe I heard that wrong. I hope I heard that wrong. Mike, don't give them an inch. Remember, toe beans are the sign of a killer. Funnily enough, I'm not 100% joking. While many animals have paw pads, the particular kind of soft, squishy beans found on house cats are an adaptation for stealth. Squishy beans mean you're looking at an ambush predator. These are the beans of a killer, Bella. Binfluencer. The person on your street who always puts their wheelie bins out first on bin day and the rest of the neighbors follow. I think I may have invented a new word. Well, my entire neighborhood uses completely different companies, so we can't really have one of those. Although I'm the freak that puts them out the night before because I always forget in the morning. What's the word for when hands are bisexual? Do you mean ambidextrous? Yes, that's what he said. Thinking about my optometrist who was treating my eye infection and said, if it hurts, you can rinse your eye with boiled water. Look at me. Look at me. I want you to understand that I mean water that has been boiled and has cooled down, not boiling water. Do you understand? Oh, I'm so grateful for this man ensuring that I wouldn't destroy my eyes by pouring boiling water in it, because it is an adequate assessment of my intelligence. Dude, he has to do that for everyone. Everyone he sees is a moron. People make fun of Sally Field's character and Mrs. Doubtfire for not seeing through Robin Williams' ruse, but accusing your nanny of secretly being your ex-husband disguised as an elderly British woman is sort of the shot you don't take unless you're 100% certain. Exactly. I'm sure she figured something was up, but can you imagine that going wrong? Can you imagine? You'd look like an absolute scary freak, even more so than Robin Williams' character in that movie. You don't need that, every chef right now. Today I'm going to show you how to make something simple with ingredients everyone has in their pantry, since you can't go to the store. I'm starting with Madagascar vanilla, hemp milk, and a single feather from a dodo bird. Yeah, common household ingredients, ma'am. My conspiracy theory is that time travel is real, and someone keeps trying to fix 2020 by changing something, but every time they do, they unwittingly make it worse. How else do you explain the sudden disappearance of murder hornets? They saved us from those, but at what cost? It's a good point. Where did they go? And furthermore, where did all the murder clowns go from, what year was that, 2017? 2016? I can't remember, but they disappeared too. A president makes a new law that anyone shorter than him gets executed, but he accidentally makes it an amendment to the Constitution, so it applies to future presidents too. In the next elections, there's a frenzy of people voting for the shortest president so they don't die, and this is how they end up electing a 3-foot-tall man named Pinwheel Patrick, who goes on to become the most tyrannical dictator the world has ever seen. I'd watch this HBO miniseries any day. Please note that Disney's depiction of Winnie the Pooh is still under copyright. It's the character from the books that have entered public domain. Red shirt on the bear, artist beware. If nude he be, your poo is free. That is true. Be careful out there. Imagine if Elmo was a wild animal. Like, just imagine you're in the jungle, and you come upon a large, ravenous pack of wild Elmos. Well, you better not be Rocco. Who decided skeletons are scary? Like, you have a skeleton. You have a skeleton. Do not be afraid of you, but they aren't meant to exit the meat. Well, there you go. Thank you for that. Ocean pollution is a huge problem, but there is an obvious solution. Raccoons love to eat garbage. Therefore, if we trained a raccoon navy, they'd be able to go out into the sea and eat the ocean garbage. I don't see how this plan could go wrong. We should also give them swords. I wonder if Gordon Ramsay ever says "f*** it" and microwaves himself 12 pizza rolls at 2 a.m. Nah, he's too good for that. And by good, I mean arrogant. See, look, Gordon, I love you, man. But anyone on Earth should be able to admit that just because something isn't of the highest quality in the world doesn't mean it can't also be yummy every now and then, dude. Pizza rolls? Are they good? No, they're dumpster trash. But are they pretty tasty? Yeah, chill, Gordon. Scientists tagging birds with colored bands and accidentally making the tagged birds more appealing to mates is so funny. Imagine being abducted by aliens and they gave you a Gucci belt. I don't think that Gucci anything makes you more attractive to mates. I wish Animal Crossing was real and my only plans for tomorrow were getting up, watering my tulips, and then hanging out with my cat friends, then finding money in trees to pay off my debt to a raccoon. Can you imagine finding enough money in trees to pay off your mortgage? You say that it's that gingerbread men live in gingerbread houses, but to a gingerbread person, gingerbread is as inscrutable and fundamental as carbon. The people in homes are no more alike than humans are to diamonds. Only we, their gods and creators, can see the horror. You know, if I were giving out awards during these videos to the best of the best for each subreddit, that one wins it. At least for this episode. One thing I would like is a recut of a horror movie where every surprise is delightful. Like the girl finally decides to check out the weird noise coming from the basement, and it's 14 hedgehogs throwing an ice cream social. Jill, I like the way you think. You'll grow up not ever really knowing if you deserve love, but one day you'll meet someone who loves you, and you'll be able to accept yourself. Then, once they really get to know you, they'll find you unbearable and leave. But the important thing is to stay hydrated. With vodka. Airline travel is the absolute pinnacle of humanity to me. We found a way to soar through the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, and also found a way to make it suck the whole time. Absolutely iconic work by the species. Think about the shareholders. I experience same-sex attraction, but my identity is in Christ. Experiencing same-sex attraction is not sinful. Acting on it is. Being tempted is not sinful. Choosing the temptation is. God provides the strength and grace necessary to choose life over enemies' lies. He is good. Okay, Queen, DM me when Jesus isn't looking. Oh man, that's so dumb. Dudes walk around with a jug of water like they're about to dig holes at Camp Green Lake with Stanley Yelnats. Stay hydrated, bro. Do you not get it? Give me $5, and I'll move to your ex's current city, super like them on Tinder until they notice me, conjure up whatever lies necessary for them to fall for me, and then frame them for triple homicide in the court of law. Man, $5? That's a steal. You put ribs in the oven at 200 degrees for 4 hours, and they're fall off the bone. Your body is on your skeleton at 98.6 degrees for 70 years, and nothing. Huh. The paradox of meat. See, why would we watch Dune when we could get that movie? We used to be a country. A proper country. Your most recent retweet is of a cow. Not even a humanoid. Anthro cow. Literally just a cow. You drink cow milk. Out of a glass without an erection. What the f***? Fly me to the moon. Let me kick its ass. Let me show it what I learned in my moon jujitsu class. Wow, this blew up. Wish the moon would. I bet before peanut butter was invented, people just chewed on individual peanuts for a long time and felt a vague longing for the future. Right. It's our heritage. Pokemon Go has lasted longer than the Confederacy did, and with 3 times the Americans behind it. You're lucky they only took the statues down instead of replacing them with Pikachus. I actually vote to have replaced them with Pikachus. I want to go back in time and put up Pikachu, man. Rage Against the Machine never specified what type of machine they were furious with, but I reckon it was a printer. It had to have been a printer. Nothing else makes sense. Rory Culkin looks like he walked in on 2 biblically accurate angels raw-dogging the shit out of each other. It's trying a little hard, but I'll allow it. Also, Rory Culkin? I feel like every year a new brother is revealed. It's like the next Call of Duty. When we were at Costco earlier, James was crushing right along, and I told him to slow down. He was like, we're only here for 3 things. And a sea of dads just erupted in laughter and, oh, buddy, that's what you think. Just lit him the f*** up. The Costco dads are absolutely relentless. Yeah, they are. Just like the Target moms. Gerbils are born into a world where an 8-year-old is their guardian for life. Imagine if instead of K-pop, it was R-pop, and it's from Russia, and you had girls all over Twitter tweeting stuff like, stream Zdravstvuyte, suka, and posting pictures like this and being like, oh my god, Ivana Vitivich looks so cute. Oh man, I want to wake up in that world. High school is a really bizarre experience in retrospect. Would start your morning at 8 a.m. with a honey bun and an orange soda, and then you'd learn about the Pythagorean theorem, read Robert Frost, and then go run a mile, all in the span of 3 hours. And you'll remember nothing but the bad stuff. She ebbing on my knees or till I Scrooge. Alright, so here's the thing. Tumblr/Apple can ban as many words as they want, and it will never achieve their goal of cleaning up this site, because this wretched nonsense poetry is somehow the single dirtiest thing I've ever read in my life, and honestly, thank God. Sorry. The reason why you're poor is because you think of sex when it rains instead of farming. What? Who's thinking of sex when it rains? Can we go to heaven with tattoos? People with tattoos will not go to heaven. People who drink alcohol will not go to heaven. People who eat too much pork will also not go to heaven. Short people will not go to heaven. Man, I'm all but the short thing. We accept cash, credit, debit, gold, uranium, goats, shrooms, goats on shrooms, just not crypto. Get the f*** out of here. People who have no playlists and just shuffle their liked songs folder are capable of murder. I don't know why I said murder like that, but you know what? He's right. The expert ham sniffer of Spain is at the limit of human possibility, smelling 800 hams a day to make sure they're perfect for Christmas. I'll find a way to sniff 801, perhaps 802 if possible. They make one guy in the country do that? The highest comfort per clothing removed ratio is socks. Yeah, you got that right. Sometimes I forget that Elon Musk has always been a privileged rich kid, and Elon Musk's daddy owned an emerald mine, and Elon Musk walked around with jewels in his pockets, and Elon Musk didn't start Tesla. He just ousted the founders, and Elon Musk has never invented anything. Sometimes. Oh, it's a fun rabbit hole to go down. Also, did you see that his anti-traffic jam tunnels got a traffic jam? It's only physics if it's from the Physique region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling math. But I like sparkling math. I'm just kidding, I hate all math. It sucks. Coding tip for when you get stuck. Shut your laptop, stand up, stretch, take a walk, go to the airport, get on a plane, adopt a sea lion, and never return. I have the memory mattress and the gravity blanket. Once I acquire the time pillow and the duvet of truth, I can do the summoning. The summoning of what exactly, friend? During my divorce, my grandma asked me if I wanted her to off my ex. I'm 99 years old, she said. They can't do much to me at this point. That is, if I even get caught. I'm sure she was kidding. At least 87% sure. Either way, that's the type of support everyone deserves. Leave the peach cobbler in the kitchen alone, Mother would say, going upstairs. But I couldn't help myself. I sneaked in and watched him. Watched him make his stupid little peach shoes, taunting. Nobody's gonna wear those, I'd say. They're stupid. But on he worked. I'm not a tomboy. I'm a 32-year-old. I'm a full-grown Thomasman. It's kind of musicians eat sandwiches by placing them inside trombones and honking them into each other's mouths. This is an example of defamiliarization, where something totally normal, conventional, and ordinary, like honk-witching, is taken and described as something that sounds weird and foreign. That is true. Come on. Boys are so tough until they're in the passenger seat of your car. And then it's squirming around and grabbing the edge of their seat yelling, Jesus Christ, Grace, there's a truck, please, Grace! Hats off to the waiter that kept a straight face as my 5-year-old ordered the vagina for lunch instead of the lasagna. I mean, they could actually have that on the menu. I'm not gonna knock them for it. Why is it cancelled in the UK, but cancelled in America? We gave you that L in 1776. Ooh, I actually know the answer to this one. American newspaper ads charged by the letter. No, they didn't actually. See you later. My homie just chugged 3 Mike's Hard Lemonades and beat through the fire and flames on expert with a wee nunchuck. While gay. I'm gonna start appending while gay to everything I do. It's important to know. The 5 types of Christmas songs. Look, snow. I want Santa's horny. Let's all get schnackered. The birth of Christ has ushered in a new age, and no man shall taste eternal death. That really is incredibly true, isn't it? Me uses yeet in a sentence. 14-year-old. Mom, no one says yeet. Yeet is cringe? Mom, no one says cringe. Cringe has been yeeted? The glare was epic. Hey, 14-year-old, we made that suck it. What is it with the constant leftist obsession with sexual intercourse? What sexual activity do leftists even engage in? Communist Manifesto sessions? Historical materialism hentai? AOC body pillow? Jesus, calm down, dude. Just because you're not getting any of it doesn't mean you need to freak out over the word sex. You couldn't pay me to even try that. One slip and it's a goofy yodel all the way down into that abyss. A goofy yodel. Well, if you're gonna go out, you may as well go out a little goofy. Well, what a nice, lovely note to end today's video on. Before we get going, though, we gotta go find that fan art. Now, where could it be? Day 1 of posting my crap art on this subreddit until I get EmKay to notice me. Wow, day 1, you made it, my friend, and look at me, I'm actually kinda scary. It looks like I'm killing the mascot. Always remember, if you even somewhat enjoyed today's video, to consider dropping a like down below. And if you really enjoyed it, well, make sure to get yourself subscribed and click that bell icon. And if you want to hear or see more of yours truly, you can check out the links in the description below. I'd love to have you around my Twitter and my brand new YouTube channel. And until next time, we'll be seeing you.